After a sudden surge down the Corellian trade spine, led by Separatist Supreme Commander General Grievous, a string of worlds ranging from the colonies to the core have fallen firmly under Separatist control. Duro, a founder world of the Galactic Republic, fell to the Separatist Alliance after a week-long planetary siege. With severely limited orbital defenses and minimal reinforcements, the planet was quickly captured by the droid army. Separatist forces broke through the outer defenses of Duro at 0221 local time, capturing all surrounding shipyards and space cities within hours. After the capture of Jaida's Space City, Duro's largest urban center, Separatist forces disabled planetary shields and began a mass orbital bombardment on the remaining industrial centers on the surface. It is estimated that Republic forces faced a 97.8% casualty rate during the battle. Despite the valiant efforts of remaining Republic forces, relentless bombing, inhospitable terrain, and overwhelming droid forces forced Chief Representative Officer Huladen Kegel to sign Duro's capitulation to the rebel army. With Duro's capture, the Corellian trade spine lays entirely in the hands of the Separatist Alliance. These events have sent shockwaves across the Republic, causing civil unrest across Allied star systems, and faith in the Senate is at an all-time low. On Coruscant, lower levels have been engulfed in utter chaos. To tell us more about the public outcry is our correspondent, Haro Aruk on level 998.
Yes, thank you, 3Z. This outrage certainly reached all levels of our capital, and down on 998, things are no different. Protests and riots have erupted in the streets, with many government agencies and buildings under siege. Over the past few days, suspicions over Duro's core defenses have been rampant, but a recent publication by the SBI has thrown the public into a frenzy. The publication, a 25-data-page report authored by SBI agent Engelman Perez, openly exposed the blatant acts of corruption within the Senate that resulted in the loss of the trade spine. The report analyzed why Duro was so poorly defended from the Separatist attack, finding that the system's capital ship defenses, as well as a plethora of other resources, had been diverted to other worlds for profit. In the report, Engelman states, "What was initially categorized as a bureaucracy misfiling has proven to be a direct and intentional act of unauthorized reallocation. Within the Grand Army, vocal outrage over the poor allocation of resources, as well as concerns of corruption, were abundant. Most notably, Colonel Munro Jaskin made a plea to a council of senators and representatives before sacrificing himself in defense of his homeworld only days later.
The planet of Duro needs stronger defenses. We need battle cruisers and gunships, ammunition and medical supply. We need clone troopers equipped with the best equipment the Army can provide. Bucolian defense stations and some carrier ships aren't enough."
Two senators, Runit Kaur of Iceno and Anaconda Far of Rhodia, have been under heavy scrutiny. For Kaur, naval defenses at Iceno that would have reinforced Duro were instead moved to Far's homeworld of Rhodia. And Anaconda Far? As the assigned chair of the Corellian Trade Spine Defense, he used his position to divert countless resources intended to combat Operation Dirge's Lance to other sectors for payment. Both have since resigned from their seats in the Senate.
Now, Haro, how has the Senate been acting in response to this revelation?
Well, 3Z, we are hearing countless calls from the floor of the One Senate for the consolidation of wartime powers. Vice Chair of the Senate Masameda has also made some efforts to curb partisan politics, directing focus towards fixing the system as opposed to punishment. Many have speculated the office of the Supreme Chancellor is beginning plans to create a more centralized war office. However, they have been unavailable for comment.
Haro, thank you again for your insights. We'll be hearing again from you later, but for now, it's been a pleasure. While the Separatists insist they won't attack neutral systems like Corellia, concerns for safety have been prevalent on many of the core worlds. On the CIS shadow feed, Chilling statements have been voiced by General Grievous to Republic media outlets. The SBI released this broadcast most recently.
The Republic would have the galaxy believe that its heart is secure. Today's events, however, show there is nothing that can stop our forces from total victory. The right to secede and determine our own fate dictates our missions. These are not raids of cold conquest. Palpatine knows the terms. Let the Confederacy be, and this war will end.
Fortunately, the Supreme Chancellor shows no signs of backing down to the rebels. Just a few days ago, Admiral Termal Screed was given complete authority to deploy Coruscanti defense forces. However, SBI Director General Armin Dessard assures us these are just prudent precautionary measures. In a former press appearance, Dessard stated, "While I can assure citizens of Coruscant that we are safe, we want to continue stressing vigilance and preparedness. Winning this war will require discomforts and sacrifices, but together we will persevere." Holonet Today will continue to do our part in providing round-the-chrono coverage. This is 3Z20. Stay safe and good night.
Stay tuned for a special segment tonight, remembering Colonel Munro Jaskin, the Spear of Duro.